Right, morning boys and girls. This is the final and definitive setup on the timing. I'd like to thank Vince for all his help and time and effort that he's put into explaining it, and I'd also like to thank Danny for his time and effort that he's dedicated to it as well. So here we go. Number 6, this is according to the workshop manual. Number 6 is at top dead centre. Both valves are closed. As per the workshop manual, number 1 cylinder, the valves are rocking. I've checked the piston for top dead centre and also the copper washer here showing that the crank's at the top. So 1 and 6 are at the top of the stroke. Only 1 is on the compression stroke, which is number 6. So down we'll come to the front of the engine. The keyways. The crankshaft keyway, the camshaft keyway is pointing directly to the top. The crankshaft keyway is pointing directly to the top. So I'll just assemble these now and see where we get to. So pause the video for one moment. Right, now then, I've got the gear wheel gear set back on again now. As you can see, the dimple is in the middle of the link, whereas before the dimple was in between the two links. I don't know if you can see that. The dimple is now in between the links as per the picture on the workshop manual. And that's what I meant when I said it was half a link out, because mine was riding with the split just up the top there. So the dimple there is at the top. The other dimple, Danny, is down at the bottom. And again, it's halfway in between the links. Now, I don't know how you would count the links from there, but I don't think there's any need, to be honest. I'm going to put the tensioner on. Now, Vince, what you said about the timing, if I revolve the engine now 180, it just brings number 1 piston up to top dead centre, but then on the firing stroke to fire when both valves are closed. So in actual fact, this method makes it sound a lot more difficult than it actually is. Both the keyways are pointing to the top. Both of the keyways. The dimples, one at the top at 12 o'clock, one at the bottom at 6 o'clock. Now I'm quite confident now that that timing is set up exactly as per the workshop manual, but I've got to go along with what Vince said here, because let's assume that there was no markings at all on this engine, that there was an aftermarket pulley on it, aftermarket everything, and no bright links on the chain, which there isn't on this one. Vince is quite correct in what he says, that it doesn't matter about the engine configuration. When number 1's at top dead centre, ready to fire, and the valves are closed, and the valves on number 6 are rocking, you can't go wrong really with setting up the timing, because that's the way it works. So I have to agree with Vince there. The manual's made it sound a lot more difficult than it actually is, but I've done it to the workshop manual spec, and Danny, you can see quite clearly there underneath there the dimple. 12 o'clock and 6 o'clock for the bottom dimple. So I'd like to thank both of you and anyone else who's helped contribute to this timing setup for all the time and effort you've put into it. And I'm just waiting for the timing cover seal to come now. I'm going to put new washers and everything. There's a new washer lock washer on here. There's a new locking tab washer going on the timing on the tensioner, because I've had them off twice now, and I just thought bending them over again, it's just going to ruin them. So thanks again, lads. Thanks for all your help, and we'll move on to the next stage when the seal comes, hopefully early next week. So and Stuart Morgan, thank you very much for your assistance in the timing cover seal, and Danny, thank you.